I think there are several factors that affect the future education. Number one is unprecedented global forces taking place nowadays, like pandemic, geopolitical changes, and then unexpected and unforeseen technologies that come into our life. And I think the biggest thing is shift in paradigm, how students want to learn and how us teachers are expected to teach or deliver knowledge or facilitate the learning. And it is vital for us, faculty and teachers, to understand the current generation. I believe that your generation is even not Z generation as we used to mention or refer to. It's more kind of digital native. As I've noted that a lot of students and a lot of young people, they get an information just with one click of a button and they have everything around them. And we kind of have to adjust to that. And I think that one of the things is important for us in the future, we will see much more improved curricula. When I say so, I believe that we will shift away from traditional classes. And one of my expectation that we might not be having this kind of school where the students be attending class, because students be everywhere in the world around, and we will be trying to stay with them online or something. So improved curricula, we will need to redesign that, and we will need to change the approach to a lot of classes that we do now. And innovative learning and completely improved or maybe changed environment, which I say that I would expect universities to rearrange the facilities. What do I mean by that? Probably you have noted that there are a lot of co-working areas around the city, and a lot of people very often attend coffee shops, some networking places, where they meet other people who share their understanding, who share their ideas. And I think those people inspire each other, and I think that we will have to rearrange our classes. Don't kind of perceive me wrong way that I would like to suggest every class to turn into a small coffee shop, but I believe that these kind of facilities will have to be rearranged, while few of the classes will probably remain in the classical format. The other important aspect is interconnectivity, as I started talking about. Nowadays, we know that we have a lot of very different means, kind of social networks, WhatsApp or Telegram or something. And I think that in the future, when the teachers will be changing their role and approach to education, it is important that we will all the time be connected to our students, be on time, online with them. And my expectation that in the future I'll be in the classroom with probably one or two students listening to me in person and everyone else just being online. And virtual reality will let us create such a learning room where I still feel that people be with me. And we will be interacting as if we are all in the same room, okay? And I think that the current development of technology is almost making it possible. Curriculum, even for kind of basic classes like my accounting or chemistry or maybe math even, will have to change from classical teaching, one-way delivery, and the faculty kind of asking the student to reproduce the knowledge that have been transferred, will probably change to kind of project-based learning. I mean that, for instance, in terms of our university, we will probably pretty soon change the curricula such a way that 1.5 months or maybe 2 months will purely be given for the students to take the internship and to spend the time in the company without being interrupted by classes. And enough to spend in those 2 months working in the company and not just making a copy or just, like arranging the files, but doing some real work. After that, students will come to university and probably the studies will become more meaningful in that way. And another thing is that when we're talking about technology, as I said, that probably I will not only be in my office, but also be able to attend with students those companies or what will help them to do some internships. And I also believe that financing is another issue for the university, for private universities like ours, because everyone knows that we're not the cheapest university, if not the most expensive. And I believe that financing will have to change, and from the governmental side as well. I think that the grants, which are nowadays from the state, given to the student, and student can take the certificate and go to the university, it has to change. You all have, I mean, those who are from Kazakhstan, you all have taken this unified national test, and you probably do remember some of you were earning like 50 points, some of you were earning 90, and some of you were earning more than 120. And I think the student or applicant or graduate of a school has to be reimbursed for that or rewarded for that. Meaning that a person earning like a lower score on the unified national test will be given a certain amount of money, and a person earning more than 100 will be given a good amount of money, and the person can take that money and choose his university or her university, whatever university they prefer. And I think that will help us to have lesser number of universities in our country, but with a much higher quality. Because applicants and students will be paying by their money and by attention and by choice of a quality universities. And I think that quality universities will be more and more in demand, and those which will adjust pretty quick to the changes will survive and be the leaders in education area. And I believe that our university will be one. Thank you so much.